the government also intends to provide 181 trillion won in trade finance in an effort to increase exports. Additionally, it suggested broadening the scope of market sectors centered on the United States and China, while
We're making this Korean-style grilled ribs and their We're making this Korean-style. There we have it, our tender and sticky Korean grilled ribs. We're making
with the Haeundae Education Support Office. The Yeonje police station announced that they had arrested and sent to the prosecution a
Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing.
Good afternoon. Hello, hello.
over a period of 5 years and 6 months from elderly dementia patients' nursing benefits, livelihood assistance, and basic pensions. It was discovered that they specifically targeted dementia patients without family members to oversee their finances and allegedly gained access to their cards and bank account PINs to withdraw money from their accounts. The Busan Metropolitan City Office of Education announced that it will conduct a mock exam for the 2024 college entrance exams on Wednesday at 125 high schools and 27 designated institutes in Busan. In Busan, over 21,000 currently enrolled students and nearly 5,000 graduates and GED holders will take part in the exam. The test format, subject areas, and question count will be identical to the actual CSAT college entrance exam and will take place in 17 cities nationwide. In international news, Typhoon Haiku tore through Taiwan, uprooting trees and driving many to flee after making landfall on the East Coast on Sunday local time. More than 40 people were hurt, primarily by falling debris, according to officials. After 160,000 homes lost power, cleanup teams were trying to restore services on Monday, but no reports of significant structural damage have been made thus far. Now for the local weather. It is currently 29 degrees Celsius in Busan under cloudy skies. Skies will remain cloudy into the evening with possible light showers. It's time to wrap up this hour's news. Thank you for joining. You're listening to BEFM Busan 영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM Busan 영어방송.
Coming up next is the 4 p.m. duo with Nick Greenwood and David Kim. BEFM Busan 영어방송.
I take carry my emotions.
There are those days when you just don't want to do anything, not even get out of bed.
Yeah, we have those days when we don't want to say anything, don't want to meet anyone, even those we love.
But even so, the days when we are allowed to do all of those things are few and far between.
귀차니즘을 극복해야 하는 극복할 수밖에 없는 월요일. 여러분은 어떻게 시작하셨습니까?
Well, hello there, everybody. My name is Nick.
Good afternoon, this is David.
And welcome to
The 4 p.m. duo.
눈물이 나기 전에 그대로 멈춰라. 이별이 오기 전에 그대로 멈춰라. 그대가 떠날 수 없게 날 버리고 갈 수 없게 지금
다비치의 시간아 멈춰라 듣고 왔습니다. 오늘의 첫 곡이었어요. An opening song for this Monday, a brand new week here at the 4 p.m. duo. Welcome one and all. 저는 닉입니다.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is David Kim at the 4 p.m. duo. How was your weekend, everybody? I mean, Nick, how was your weekend? Because you had an extra long weekend.
I did have an extra long weekend. It was very nice, very pleasant. 제가 경주에 갔다 왔어요.
오, 경주.
I thought, I was planning maybe shall I go to Seoul, you know, see the big city, but then I thought, I can't be bothered to drive to Seoul. So I went close. And it was great. Gyeongju's a beautiful city.
그죠. It's full of culture and heritage and history for sure.
But I'm glad to be back. The warm welcome from Jenny Nim saying, Hi, 4 p.m. duo, my friend. How are you today? We have Nick today. Missed you. Oh, 감사합니다. I missed you guys too.
Yeah, everyone here at the 4 p.m. duo were asking about you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you didn't tell anyone that you're leaving.
비밀이었어요. You were supposed to introduce it the day before, but you didn't.
Let's not play the blame game now.
Anyway, it's a brand new week. I hope you're having a good start. It kind of was... 사실 날씨가 조금 애매했잖아요.
지금도 뭔가
비 올까 말까 좀... Yeah.
예, 지금 날씨가 풀리려고 하다가도 말다가도 비 올까 할까도 말다가도
Make up your mind.
예, 제 말도 말이 잘 나오다가도 말다가도.
Yeah. It's a very weird day today, but
it is.
Nonetheless, especially on these days when the sun's not shining fully, you kind of feel a bit, I don't know, lazy at times. 좀
Especially on a Monday.
매사에 귀찮아. 약간 그런 느낌이 들기도 하고요. 그러면 솔직히 오늘 일어나기 정말 싫었다. 그렇게 생각하셨나요? 아니면 일주일이 시작되어서 신났다. 그 파인가요?
The latter part. I know a friend who's very excited for every Monday.
He's got to be the most positive person in the
그러니까요,
world.
the most optimistic person I know. 그리고 그냥 금요일도 좋아하는데 월요일을 he looks very forward to it as well. Are you that type of person who looks forward to Mondays because you're starting a brand new week? Or are you like me, who's, oh, it's another Monday.
Yeah. Let us know, because depending on your job, depending on your lifestyle, I'm sure it will be very different. If you love your job, I'm sure it's great. I don't mind Mondays.
Yeah, I mean...
Probably like Saturdays more.
Take my words back.
But still. But for these people that do feel like, 정말 싫어, 귀찮아, there's this word, right? 귀차니즘. 귀차니즘, right? 뭐뭐주의라는 뜻이죠.
그죠.
And 귀찮아하는 사람들을 귀차니스트라고 하잖아요.
It's funny.
It's pretty good. It's clever.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like individualism or collectivism, those kind of things, and you add the IST to make it the person of doing that.
It's like this is your philosophy of life. 내 인생 철학이죠.
맞아요.
So if you're stuck in what seems like an endless cycle of procrastination, guilt and chaos, you might end up wondering, why am I so lazy?
그래서 이런 질문도 하겠죠. 나는 귀차니스트에 가까운가? 아니면 나는 그렇지 않은 사람인데 왜 그럴까?
모든 게 다 즐거워요.
You might start to ask these questions to yourselves. 요즘은 사실 세상이 우리를 충분히 게을러도 별 문제가 없을 것처럼 해줍니다. 뭐 손가락만 움직이면 불도 켜지고 라디오도 킬 수가 있고요. 원하는 영상을 원하는 속도로 볼 수가 있고요. 뭐 음식도 갖다 주는 이런 로봇 서비스도 있고요. 심지어 은행이나 관공서 업무까지 다 인터넷으로 해결할 수 있죠.
It's a world where I guess we are becoming lazier, at least physically.
Yeah.
You know, we're not pulling horse and carts these days.
We don't have to use our brain so much as to memorizing things.
You don't have to open doors.
Oh
다
my.
자동문이니까.
그죠.
It's a very weird world we live in. 이 편한 세상에서 살고 있지만 그래도 이건 정말 귀찮다 하는 것이 있다면 what would you feel is something that you really, really cannot be bothered with? I guess that's the word for 귀찮아. In England, we say, I can't be bothered.
Yeah, I've heard it enough times from you.
지금 그렇게 많이 말해요?
아니요, 그냥 overtime. 뭐 맨날 하는 건 아닌데요. overtime 한 번씩 하잖아요.
What do you say in Canada?
It's annoying.
It's annoying?
Yeah, it's annoying. Oh, that's annoying.
귀찮을 때, 하기 싫을 때.
Oh, this is so annoying.
Okay, that's interesting.
귀찮아, 안 하고 싶어.
You say annoying.
근데 annoying을 사람한테 하면은 그 사람한테 좀 욕하는 거잖아요.
그죠.
근데 이제 모든 상황이 뭔가 좀 힘들고
Yeah.
안 하고 싶고 할 때, it's so annoying.
An annoying situation.
Yeah.
I always used annoying like 짜증나는 그런 상황.
그런 것도 있죠, 느낌이.
Yeah, yeah.
네.
Interesting. A couple of different ways to say it. 이 귀차니즘, 이 게으름을 없애기 위해서 난 이런 노력을 해봤다 하는 것이 있어요. 혹시? So you've had these things you can't be bothered to do. Maybe it's go to the gym.
Okay.
헬스장 가기 진짜 싫어. How do you overcome? 극복은 어떻게 해요?
Ooh, I have a good idea. Pay for PT classes. Get a personal trainer.
Yeah.
Sign up for it because it costs money.
Yeah.
돈을 들여서 투자를 하게 되는 개념이 되잖아요.
그저 미리 3개월치나 뭐 그렇게 끊으면.
그러면은 이제 아까워서라도 갑니다.
That's a good idea.
It is.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I could go for the 1 month. But I go for at least 3 to 6 months.
Wow.
That way it's like, if I don't go, it's a waste of money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
Yeah. So knowing why you procrastinate and learning how to combat it are really the only ways to change your behavior, according to experts. You got to avoid this all or nothing thinking and give yourself a time limit for completing a task, like this 3 months.
Right, long-term periods. Now, if you can visualize yourself completing a task, then it becomes more achievable simply because you have a sort of an idea of how it can be done. 그러면 이번 일주일도 자, 여러분 잘 할 수 있다, 잘 이겨볼 수 있다 이런 마인드로 시작하면 좋을 것 같아요.
화이팅!
화이팅!
We can do this. And it all starts, actually, if you're listening to the 4 p.m. duo now, it means you're interested in also being entertained, but also in improving your English.
Learning.
Learning your English,
Yeah.
which is amazing, an amazing way to start the week, I think.
For sure.
Props to you all for being here. We're going to let you know what's coming up today on this lovely Monday. We've got Chat Lab English, where we can learn various expressions about topics that have been given to us by AI. 네, 매일마다 챗봇이 선택해주는 주제와 관련된 다양한 영어 표현과 생각들을 여러분과 함께 나눠봅니다. Today's topic is the rich history and modern role of royals. 왕관의 무게입니다. 네, 이 왕자, 여왕, 왕에 대해서 이야기해 보겠습니다.
Cool.
I guess it's suitable for England and Sweden and Japan and Spain. All of these countries have royal families.
그죠?
We've also got Bite English, where we can learn easy but useful one sentence in English. 네, 이제부터 궁금한 모든 영어 표현은 Bite English에 물어봐 주세요. And of course, the last English shows at the end of the day.
That's right. And for our weekly segments, we've got Heaven's Kitchen, 맛있는 음식 레시피를 알아보는 주방 영어 타임이 있습니다. In the second hour, we have News Lounge, where we get to look at trending news to catch up with all sorts of issues at hand. We're accepting messages from you guys, comments, anything you want to say. You can direct them to pound 9050 샵 9050. It will cost you 101. Kakao Talk message, BFM app message, or YouTube Live. We are live right now, so chat with us in the chat room.
That's chat room sounds kind of weird.
But it's this live chat window
Yeah,
underneath the video.
It's not spam. It's
Yeah.
not a strange chat room. We've got messages coming in, and anyone who's feeling these Monday blues, anyone's feeling, it's Monday, I can't be bothered. 월요일병을 느끼신 분들을 위해서 미옥스텔레이님께서는 조언을 주셨습니다. They said, "Hi Nick and David, it's a muggy Monday here in Seoul. I'm tuning in from my new house. Congratulations!
네, 축하드려요.
I hope it's a beautiful house." And saying the advice, 예전 직장 상사가 월요병을 피하려면 일요일부터 일하라고 했던 생각이 나네요.
That's a very 뭐라 그러죠? Wise words 같아요. 뭔가 느낌이 있어요. 일요일부터 일하게 되잖아요.
Yeah.
Then 일요일 becomes the new Monday.
All right, well, I think we're on different parts of this. I'm totally against this. I think it's terrible advice.
Then you can rest on Friday. You can tell the boss, hey, 그러면 저희 we can rest from Friday, right?
If your boss is a saint, maybe. All right, well, David likes that idea. But I'm glad maybe you said 예전 직장.
Yeah.
Not anymore, right?
Yeah.
I hope your new house is wonderful as well. Thanks for tuning in. Mr. Lee as well, welcome to the show. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be back with Chat Lab English. This is 7 by 정국.
shoulders. I guess you're wasting needs your mind. I must be favored to know, yeah. I take my hands and trace your lines. It's the way that we could ride. It's the way that we could ride. Think I'm meant to win another life, so break me up another time. You're up around me and you give me life, and that's why night after night I'll be loving you right. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week. Every hour, every minute, every second. You know night after night I'll be loving you right 7 days a week. You love when I jump right in. All of me, I'm a foreign. Show you what devotion is. Deeper than the ocean is. Wind it back, I'll take it slow. Leave you with that afterglow. Show you what devotion is. Deeper than the ocean is. It's the way that we could ride. It's the way that we could ride. Think I'm meant to win another life, so break me up another time. You're up around me and you give me life, and that's why night after night I'll be loving you right. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week. Every hour, every minute, every second. You know night after night I'll be loving you right 7 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week. Every hour, every minute, every second. You know night after night I'll be loving you right 7 days a week.
Tight to take control, tight to take your soul. Take your phone and put it in the camera roll. Leave them clothes at the door. What you ain't for? Better come and hit your goal. He jumping in both feet. Going to the sun up, we ain't getting no sleep. 7 days a week, 7 different sheets, 7 different angles. That could be your fantasy. Open up, say ah. Come here, baby, let me swallow your pride. What you want, I can match your vibe. Hit me up and I'ma cha-cha slide. You make Mondays feel like weekends. I make him never think about cheating. Got you skipping work and meetings. Let's sleep in, yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week. Every hour, every minute, every second. You know night after night I'll be loving you right 7 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week. Every hour, every minute, every second. You know night after night I'll be loving you right 7 days a week.
Chat Lab English.
Hello, listeners. Hello, Nick and David. Welcome to ChatLab English. Today's topic is the rich history and modern role of royals. Royals have long held a captivating allure, representing both historical legacy and contemporary influence. Explore the world of royalty, celebrating its role in shaping cultures and societies. Topics include the history of royal families, their traditions, and the symbolic significance of monarchy. The conversation can highlight the evolution of royal roles in modern times, from ceremonial to more philanthropic pursuits. Moreover, inspire listeners to embrace the richness of royal heritage, recognizing its cultural impact while reflecting on the changing dynamics and relevance of monarchy in today's global landscape.
Welcome to Chat Lab English. Now, this is a segment where AI chatbot gives us a topic to talk about. We'll talk about it briefly and then teach you some interesting related words and expressions. 네, 오늘의 chatbot이 아니고 Chat Lab English의 주제는요. Rich history and modern roles of royals. 왕관의 무게에 대해서 조금 얘기도 나눠보고 유익한 표현들도 한번 살펴볼 건데요. 로열스 하면은 한국에는 로열 이 모나키 제도가 옛날에 없어졌잖아요.
Yeah, right.
하지만 뭐 일본에도 있고 뭐 영국 여기 닉이 온 나라에서도 있잖아요. 아직은.
그렇죠. Yeah.
So I guess you know quite a lot about the royal stuff.
저는 그렇게 관심이 많이 없거든요. I know roughly about it, but the thing is, with countries like England, Japan, Spain, Sweden, there's a monarchy, but there's no power. 권력은 없어요. 이제 뭐 정치적으로는 뭐 권리가 없어가지고 파워도 없어가지고 it's all done by the government. But then there are these absolute monarchies in like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, United Emirates, where they still have power and they rule the country. So it's different. And England and other countries got rid of the power thing a long time ago. Now it's really for tradition, 전통을 위해서, tourism을 위해서 많이 하는 것 같아요, 이제.
그죠. 그리고 영국의 뭐 tour guide 같은 거나 tour clip 같은 거 보면은 I see those videos of guards just standing there protecting, and a lot of the Queen's guards, and a lot of the people want to take pictures or selfies with them. But if you touch them or be in their way, they'll just run through you.
일단 좀 무표정 상태를 그렇게 막 일하지만 이 건드리면 갑자기 화가 나고 엄청 약간 폭력적으로 좀 행동하는 것 같은데요. They'll march in front of you, push you down.
Yeah, so you shouldn't get in the way.
They're just doing their jobs.
Yeah, I guess so.
But still, yeah, and there was in Japan a few years ago, I remember big news, the princess, she wanted to marry a quote-unquote commoner, just a normal person. So she had to step away from the royal family so she could marry him, which I thought was very sweet.
I guess 이런 사랑에 대해서는 뭐 그런 there's no boundaries.
Our national anthem, 영국의 애국가도 God Save the Queen이었는데 이제는 God Save the King이에요. So it's still very monarchy focused in terms of tradition.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go over the words and expressions then. We'll start with the words first. 네, 단어들 한번 볼 건데요. 첫 번째는요. 왕위를 계승하다 그리고 왕위를 박탈당하다.
Okay, so interesting words. 계승하다. It's like when you're in succession to something, like you're inheriting it, right? 어떤 것을 물려받을 때, you receive it, like the throne. You're advancing to become king.
Right.
이 왕자가 이 왕이 되는 거죠. So I said to rise to the throne.
Right. You rise to the throne or you ascend to the throne.
Ascend, rise, 뭐 오르다.
그죠.
라는 뜻이죠. Going up.
Exactly.
Yeah, rise to the throne, ascend to the throne. It's a very, I like the word ascend. It's a very epic.
ascend 하면 뭔가 천사 생각나지 않아요?
그죠? 이게 천국 쪽으로 많이 올라가는 느낌. Yeah, exactly.
The holy singing in the background, right?
Ascending to the throne,
Right.
like a king. Yeah, ascend to the throne, rise to the throne. 그리고 왕위를 박탈당하다는요.
박탈당하다는 이제 그 throneship, 뭐 kingship 이런 게 없어진다는 거잖아요. 그래서 I said to be dethroned.
Oh, that's good. Dethroned.
dethroned.
Yeah.
이 throne에 있는 자리에서 없애다라는 prefix니까 dethroned.
약간 deboned이랑 비슷하네요. 약간 가시를 바르는 거지.
그러네요.
He was deboned a long time
that
ago.
sounds
Dethroned. I said to lose the crown.
lose the crown.
이 crown은 이 왕자. What do you call a crown? 왕모?
왕관.
I said crown. So what's that word for hat? 왕관. Yeah. 잃어버리는. That makes sense though, doesn't it? Yeah. To lose the crown.
Yeah, lose the crown.
There you
All
go.
right. Okay, let's move on to our second word. 군주제입니다. 군주제는 이제 국왕이나 황제 등 국가의 최고 권력을 가진 군주가 그리고 국가의 중요한 일을 결정하고 시행하는 정치 방식인데요. 아까 니기 말했던 absolute monarchy가 있잖아요.
Yeah.
그거는 이제 if the king or the royal family has complete power and authority over the whole country.
그죠.
그때는 absolute monarchy인데요. 근데 영국 같은 경우는 이제 constitutional monarchy라고 알고 있어요.
뭐 민주주의죠. It's
Yeah, so they don't have the power really. It's
Yeah.
the government that has the power.
Yeah, exactly. It's a democratic society. So, yeah, they don't have absolute power, but we still have a monarchy. We just call the monarchy the kings and the queens. Yeah. But I guess you would call it the monarchy reign. R-E-I-G-N. Reign.
Reign.
The monarchy reign. Yeah.
reign이라고 하면 이제 비가 아니고요. 이제 이 reign이라고 하면 어떻게 보면 조절하다, 통치하다 그런 뜻이죠.
Yeah. So yeah, the monarchy reign, which some countries still do have.
They do.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's move on to number 3. 3번으로 넘어가겠습니다. 왕실 가게도.
네.
왕실 가게도.
가게도 있고요. 저기 Oh,
I was
okay.
waiting for some kind of adjective to come along here.
네, 왕실 가계도는요. 가계도라고 하면 이제 가족 간의 관계도를 말하는 건데요.
Like a family tree.
그죠.
I was thinking like a lineage. Like lineage이라고 하면 내 아빠 그리고 내 아빠's 아빠 and then my 할아버지,
그죠.
조할아버지. You know, you keep thinking like that.
네, 맞아요.
But I guess a family tree is more wide.
네, family tree라고 하면은 이제 삼촌, 뭐 이모,
친척까지 다 포함된 거죠.
포함된 거죠. 네,
Yeah.
맞아요.
Yeah.
네, 그래서 이제 king 밑에 queen 밑에 그 다른 이제 뭐 다른 그 royal family member들이 다 나오는 거죠.
If it's a lineage, it's just those who will rise to the throne. 계승할 사람만 lineage이라고 하죠. Yeah, so I guess I just call it a royal family tree.
Yeah, that's how I would say it as well.
Maybe there's an official word that the
Perhaps.
kings use.
Yeah,
I
maybe
don't-
they do.
I don't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say the royal family tree or the royal lineage as well. Like Prince William, he's next to be king, and then his first son. But Prince Harry, because he's not the first son, he's not in line to the throne.
I see.
Where he's like 맨 마지막에 있어요. You know, it's kind of a weird system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so we have the family tree or the family lineage. Very slight differences. Something to keep in mind. Let's go on to phrases now.
All right, so let's move to our first one. 첫 번째입니다. 이 올해로 왕이 즉위 70주년을 맞이했습니다.
네.
이 왕이 즉위,
네.
즉위.
네. 즉위라고 하면은 이제 왕의 자리를 오른 것을 말하는 거잖아요.
70주년을 맞이했다는 말인데요. So the 70th anniversary of becoming king. 이라고는 할 수 있지만 in England there's an official terminology.
Oh, teach us.
So each I think it's 25 years. You say jubilee.
아.
So if it's 70년이라면 이 platinum jubilee라고 해요.
Platinum Jubilee.
There's and then there's diamond is the next.
Okay.
Yeah. So this year is the king's platinum jubilee.
This year is the King's Platinum Jubilee. Ooh, 멋있네요, Jubilee.
And every time it's every jubilee, of course, it's a national holiday in the UK. Everyone just stays off work and just parties in the streets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
거기에 또 장점이 있네요.
Yeah,
having the royal
exactly.
family.
We
For
all-
the commoners like us.
Yeah, we all still do it.
Nice.
Yeah, brilliant stuff.
Yeah, I didn't use these formal wordings. I said the king celebrated his 70th year of reign this year.
That's good too. 70th year of reign.
네.
All right, let's move on to number 2.
네, 두 번째는요. 아기가 태어나자마자 왕실의 일원이 되다니 부럽다.
It is. You can be a bit jealous. Born into this lavish lifestyle.
You could, yes.
I'm sure there's ups and downs for sure. But so I said, I can't believe he was in line for the throne as soon as he was born.
Oh.
When you say I can't believe it, 좋겠다. You know, like I can't believe he was in line for the throne.
Right.
뭐 왕이 될 거라는 것은 너무 부럽다. Yeah.
I said, how lucky you must be when you're born into a royal family.
How lucky you must be when born into a royal family.
네, 약간 질투가 아니고 그냥 질투라고 부럽다. 부러움이죠. 네.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm sure it's not easy because the rest of your life, the cameras are on you, the newspapers hound you.
Everyone's gonna be watching you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads us to our next one, eh?
Exactly. 3번입니다. 이 왕실의 일거수일투족이 주목을 받게 됩니다. 일거수일투족이 주목을 받게 됩니다. What is 일거수일투족?
일거수일투족은요, 모든 동작과 움직임을 뜻하는 거죠.
Your every move.
Right. Every little thing that you do is going to be watched and reported by the media.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate truth. I said the royal family's every move is under constant scrutiny.
Oh, under constant scrutiny.
Scrutiny라고 하면 뭐
네.
진짜 you know, like 진짜 열심히 관찰해가지고 계속 보는 거죠, 지켜보는 거죠. I'm scrutinizing David right now. 뭐
What did I do wrong?
뭐 말할지 안 할지 좀 scrutinize 하고 있어요.
네, good luck.
So yeah, the royal family's every move is under constant scrutiny. I said.
Right. I said members of the royal family are watched at all times by reporters.
Watched at all times by reporters. That sounds kind of like 1984 George Orwell.
Oh yeah.
You know, kind of big brother's watching you.
Exactly, with the surveillance cameras.
I'm sure that's what it feels like, right?
Yeah,
Kind of like a Truman Show kind of thing.
Exactly. So maybe there are definitely pros and cons to being royal. It's not always fairy tale and happy ending.
It's not like Snow White, you know, you meet your prince or princess charming.
They have duties to do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Must be tough.
So we've got a couple of philosophies too. David's, what's your philosophy of today?
I don't know who said this, but someone said a crown is no cure for a headache.
Okay.
So, you know, like when we think of people in the royal family, they have the crown, or the king wears the crown, and he or she might have everything and can have everything. But they're just like human beings like us.
Yeah.
So they can feel pain, they can feel different emotions like we do. So, I mean,
그냥 인간이 신이 아니란 뜻이죠.
그렇죠.
Yeah.
그러니까 이제 sometimes they have feelings too, so
Yeah.
we should respect them as they respect us.
True.
Respect goes both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real. It's hard to remember sometimes that they are just people as well at the end of the day. They get sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said the monarchy may be a thing of the past, but they're living history and are fascinating, and there's much to learn as long as they don't hold any power. I think there's a lot to learn. 이 왕실은 옛날 개념이지만 살아있는 역사로 볼 수 있다고 생각해요. You know, a lot to learn of them, and it's fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as they don't hold that absolute power, right,
Yeah.
or control. So yeah, today's Chat Lab English was about a very interesting topic today, royals. 왕관의 무게에 대해서 한번 얘기를 해봤습니다.
All right, we're going to take a song break, and then we'll be right back. This is Kings and Queens by Ava Max.
If all of the kings had their queens on the throne, we would pop champagne and raise a toast to all of the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own. Can't live without me, you wanna, but you can't. Nah. Think it's funny, but honey, can't run the show on your own. I can feel my body shake. There's only so much I can take. I'll show you how a real queen behaves. No damsel in distress, don't need to save me. Once I stop breathing fire, you can't tame me. And you might think I'm weak without a sword, but if I had one, it'd be bigger than yours. If all of the kings had their queens on the throne, we would pop champagne and raise a toast to all of the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own. Disobey me, then baby, it's off with your head. Gonna change it and make it a world you won't forget. No damsel in distress, don't need to save me. Once I stop breathing fire, you can't take me. And you might think I'm weak without a sword, but I'm stronger than I ever was before. If all of the kings had their queens on the throne, we would pop champagne and raise a toast to all of the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own. In chess, the king can move one space at a time, but queens are free to go wherever they like. You get too close, you'll get a royalty high. So breathe it in to feel alive. All the kings had their queens on the throne. We would pop champagne and raise a toast to all of the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own.
It's raw. The chef. Huh?
Welcome to Heaven's Kitchen. Now, this is a segment where Nick and I will take you on a ride to the world of cooking. 지난번에는 맛있는 pork belly 김밥을 한번 만들어 봤는데요. 삼겹살 김밥이죠.
Yeah, that was nice because we usually talk about. I swear we talk about like Italian dishes a lot. And
Yes.
it's nice to come back to like simple, good, hearty kimbap.
그죠, 맞습니다. 이번에도 조금 한국 음식을 또 가져왔는데요. 이번 달 추석이 있잖아요. 이 월 말이라고 해도 추석,
맞네.
네, 추석 월 말이죠.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize.
9월달이야, 9월달.
Oh, that's fun.
네, 추석이라고 하지만 월 말 좀 멀리 있다고 하지만 선물은 미리 약간 사놓는 편이잖아요. 저희가 아닌 준비를 하던가.
This is about the time where you go to the 백화점 or the super and you see all of the 전복 and 참치 세트.
Exactly.
They're quite expensive. Yeah.
I know you might buy them like a week before the 추석 because you want to have the freshest items ready, right? But so you could think about it at least and ponder about it.
For real.
그래서 추석하면은 무슨 음식이 떠오르나요, 여러분?
I don't know. There's loads. Like a lot of like 튀긴 음식. You know, you get a lot of like 파전
네.
and like fried. I don't know what it is, but it's like fried 그 크래미 스틱이 있잖아요. 그 튀긴 거. Like the fake crab meat, imitation crab meat.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of fried that.
Yeah.
Sausage.
good.
Lots of good stuff.
Lots of
애호박
fried stuff.
튀김.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of 계란이랑 그 반죽이랑 fried 된 거 많죠.
Yeah.
네. Chuseok is now one of the Korea's major holidays, and with families coming together on one of the most festive holidays in the nation, it's a tradition where people buy gifts to give our parents or the oldest of the family relatives. So we wanted to ask you, what do you usually buy them? 네, 오늘은 집에서 요리해 먹을 음식은 제가 진짜 좋아하는 고기 종류라고 할 수도 있는데요. 사실 만드는 것도 그렇게 어렵지는 않아요.
Oh, okay.
It can be a hassle because you need to buy a lot of different ingredients.
Okay.
But once you have all the ingredients, it's not that hard to make.
And it's worth it.
It's worth it if you can make it right.
Okay. All right.
소스가 잘 되면은 맛있어요.
Okay.
I've never made it at home yet. I've yet to try it myself, but I helped my mom make it at home many years ago. And I want you guys to guess this food. We're going to listen to a snippet of a song. I think, Randy Newman sang this song.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You got a friend in me?
No, it's a different one.
okay.
It's a different clip, different music. And it's a snippet of it, and it's a hint to the first part of this food. Okay, let's take a listen.
Like another perfect day. I love LA. We love it. I love LA. We love it. We love it.
I mean, the same guy, Randy Newman, who sung the Toy Story theme tune.
Oh,
You got a friend
I
in
think
me.
so.
It's the same voice.
Yeah, I think so.
So this was a hint?
It was a hint, and he only mentioned it twice, but he did say, I love LA. You love it, or we love it, right?
Los Angeles.
Yeah. LA was the hint to this food we're going to be making today.
Okay.
And that food is LA galbi.
Not La Pasta.
No, it's not La galbi, it's LA galbi.
LA galbi. Delicious.
Have you tried LA galbi?
Yeah, I've tried it at restaurants. And particularly, it's the most delicious during Chuseok, like you said, when you know someone makes it, and I think it's the biggest 밥도둑. You know, like
it is.
I don't eat any other 반찬 다 저기 다 하고 ignore하고.
네.
I just eat LA galbi.
LA 갈비가 소스가 맛있으면요, 소스랑 이제 밥에 묻잖아요. 그 갈비를 얹으면 그것도 먹으면 또 맛있어요.
So the 기름진 소스가 너무 맛있어요.
갈비 하면은 또 저는 뼈를 다 이제 뼈에 붙은 그 뭐라 cartilages? I don't know. I 그거 다 먹거든요.
Oh,
I don't leave anything out except for the
인대까지?
bones. Yeah, 인대까지 다 먹어요 저는.
맛있는데요.
맛있어요.
Yeah.
It's chewy.
그죠? And it's so soft, it just falls off the bone.
Exactly. It's delicious. Now, we all know that LA galbi has nothing to do with the city LA in the US. But we still like to associate it for jokes. 유머로라도 이 미국 LA와 연관성을 말하곤 하잖아요. 사실 LA 갈비의 LA는 lateral이라는 줄임말을 뜻해서 lateral 갈비라고 하는 건데요. 이 그냥 부위예요, 부위.
Lateral은 그냥 수직이라는 뜻이 아닌가요?
Right. So I guess lateral ribs. I think that's what it is. That's the portion that the butcher
부위.
would cut for you, but you would just call it LA. And then LA ribs, LA 갈비.
I mean, I used to think as well that it was like eaten by maybe like gyopos in LA or something. That's why it became popular.
Right, that's what I thought as well. Or it originated from there, the marinade sauce and all that.
Yeah.
But it had nothing to do with America.
I mean, that's good to know.
Yeah.
For real.
It refers to beef short ribs cut across the bone. And this style of cutting allows for a more tender and flavorful eating experience when grilled or cooked. So we're going to learn how to make the marinade for this delicious dish because the marinade itself is what makes the LA 갈비 delicious. So creds to Around the Dining Table on Notubu. Let's take a listen.
We're making this Korean-style grilled ribs and they're finger-licking good. To make the marinade, we need some spring onions, pear, garlic, onions, sugar, mirin, light soy and fish sauce, sesame oil and sesame seeds, as well as the juice of half an orange. Process or blend the mixture up and it's gonna look like this. We're gonna let two become one and allow this whole mixture to sit in your fridge overnight. Grill your meat over medium-low heat and flip it constantly so that it doesn't burn. There's a lot of sugar in the marinade. We're gonna flip, and allow the fat to render for a nice caramelized crust to form. Repeat this in batches until all your meat is cooked. To serve, you can choose to cut them up into chunks or leave them as they are. Garnish with some spring onions and toasted sesame seeds. And there we have it, our tender and sticky Korean grilled ribs. We're making
Yeah, so it was from Around the Dining Table. That's the Notuber. And she kind of went over how to make the Korean-style grilled ribs, or LA 갈비 in Korean. So we're going to break down some expressions that she used in the clip.
Okay.
She said, finger licking good.
저작권이 있는 것 같은데.
We all know finger licking good is well associated with KFDang.
Yeah.
KFDang's slogan, chicken franchise. They have used it for their ads for many, many years. 그리고 미국 KFDang 광고를 보면 finger licking good이라고 광고를 많이 해서 그런지.
It's a good expression. Even aside from KFDang, like, yo, it's finger licking good. 손가락이 묻은 이 치킨 소스를 먹을 수 있을 만큼 되게 맛있다는 뜻이죠.
그렇죠. 그런 뜻입니다. 진짜 너무 맛있어서 손에 묻은 치킨 기름이나 가루를 이제 마주 먹는 거잖아요. As of recent, though, I checked, this company said it dropped the usage of the slogan since COVID.
What? Oh, because it's unhygienic.
Yes.
위생적이지 않아서?
네, 맞아요. 위생적이지 않아서 이 유행 뭐 슬로건을 안 쓴다고 했어요.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. 그런데 I remember in the 90s as well, they dropped it too, and then they picked it up again. So I don't know how long this drop of not using
What
this
would they
slogan.
change it to?
I have no idea. They got to be creative with the next one.
Yeah. You know, I just kind of off topic with slogans. You know, 맥땡is, you know, I'm loving it.
Right.
I'm loving it. I was in Gyeongju and there's a big brand of like 쫀득이. You know, 쫀득이 맛있잖아요.
맛있죠.
과자가 있잖아요. But their slogan is exactly the same. And they served it in these McDeng style fry cups.
Oh, really?
And the slogan was like, I'm loving it. And I was like, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Oh, yeah.
But it's delicious.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
But I guess what stays in Korea just stays here.
It'll stay. Yeah, for real.
Right. So LA 갈비의 양념에 들어가는 재료들은 참 다양한데요. 이분은 파, 배, 마늘, 양파, 설탕, 미린, 간장, 피시 소스, 참기름, 참깨, 그리고 오렌지 반쪽아리를 즙을 내어 모두 갈았다고 합니다. 미린이라고 하면은 이제 외국에서는 미린을 많이 사용해요.
I discovered the beauty of mirin about 2 months ago.
Okay.
네,
But
처음으로
미린을
발견했습니다.
한국에서는 그냥 뭐라고 그러죠? 요리술이잖아요.
그죠.
맛술 같은 거.
Yeah, it smells kind of like soju if you smell it, but it's really great. Kind of like in the West where we use wine to make pasta. You know, you put if you boil the meat in red wine, it tastes delicious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it pairs well for the cooking the meat. So it makes the meat tender, I suppose. 그리고 양념을 고기가 들어있는 통에 she said, let two become one. almost sounds like 무슨 matchmaking처럼
Yeah.
그런 그런 표현을 썼는데요. 양념을 다 만들고 고기를 한 곳에 잰다. 한 곳에서 이제 다 섞이게 만든다라고 let two become one을 이렇게 말을 했습니다.
잘 섞어라는 뜻이겠죠.
그렇죠. 이 양념이랑 고기를 한 곳에 넣어라. Let two
Yeah.
become one, and then let them kind of sit and like marinate and soak in.
You got to make them one entity now by mixing it up.
Exactly. Yeah. 그리고 sit in your fridge overnight이라는 말을 했죠. 하루 동안은 양념을 잰다라고 했습니다. 그리고 다음 날 고기를 구울 때는 중불에 over medium heat 계속 뒤집으라고 했습니다. Constantly flip the meat. 설탕이 많아서 고기가 쉽게 타기 때문에 그걸 방지하기 위해서 you have to constantly flip the meat. I do know that when you are cooking anything, like any meat that has a lot of sugar in it, it will burn fast.
Yeah. If you do it gently, it caramelizes.
Yes.
너무 오래 하면 다 뭐 타잖아요.
Caramelize가 키워드예요. 여기서 LA 갈비도 마찬가지로 약간 브라운 색깔로 잘 타는 거죠.
좀 노릇노릇하게
노릇노릇.
살짝만 태우는 거죠.
그죠?
살짝만. 네.
브라운 색깔로.
Yeah.
블랙 되면 안 돼요.
There's a fine line.
Yeah.
And if you cross that line, it's ruined.
맞습니다.
Yeah.
제니님 texting in saying LA 갈비는 밥도둑이에요. 딸들도 마지막 양념 한 방울까지 싹싹 비벼 먹고 finger licking good.
Yeah.
It is indeed. I love it. So she added here a half an orange of juice, right? My mom actually uses kiwis on the LA galbi. But it wasn't just her that used kiwis as part of the sauce.
Yeah.
I know, in fact, a lot of Koreans, a lot of people who make LA galbi, they add kiwis into their marinade.
Well, I wonder why. Is it a bit more like sour, or is it?
So kiwis have these enzymes called actinidine. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but it acts as a meat tenderizer.
Oh.
이 키위 안에 있는 엔자임 성분이 있는데요. 이게 고기를 좀 부드럽게 해주는 성분이 있대요. So it chemically reacts to the meat, and then it breaks down the long ligaments of the protein into shorter ligaments.
그거 오렌지 대신에 쓰는 건가요? 아니면 같이 쓰는 건가요?
I don't know why she added orange. Maybe it's to make it tender as well.
Okay.
But I would just use kiwi.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you mix a kiwi into protein, it goes work taking those long protein strands, breaking them down into smaller ones. 하지만 이때는 저희 어머니가 저희가 캐나다 살 때 키위를 사용했었거든요. Because we used meat that we got it from our local shop, local butcher, and the meat wasn't very tender. But I guess if you're in Korea and you use 한우 or any other Korean meat, it might be tender enough so that you don't have to really use kiwis.
그 요리 TV 쇼를 보면
네.
항상 막 고기를 막 때리잖아요. 엄청 막 때려가지고 부드럽게 만드는 방식이라고 들었는데요. 근데
네.
사실 뭐 되는지 안 되는지 잘 모르겠어요. 효과가 있을까요?
일리가 있어요. 왜냐하면 that's what the kiwi does. It's supposed to break down the protein.
So you don't have to hit the meat.
Yeah, I guess not.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I don't know the science behind the hitting the meat stuff. But
Breaking the atoms down.
perhaps.
Yeah.
So according to some people, you can also add pineapples instead of kiwi. So I guess it also contains that actinidine or whatever.
Just make a tropical fruit salad with your LA galbi.
Exactly. Whatever works, try using it. Let us know what kind of ingredients you guys add to make this LA galbi like your own. What ingredients do you guys add to make it softer or more tender or to make it juicier?
And even if you use the fruit, it's such a subtle flavor. It probably doesn't come out in the end, like the orange or kiwi, but to break down the meat, it's a good ingredient, right?
For sure.
Awesome.
All right, so LA Galbi was today's Heaven's Kitchen. 미역스텔라 이님 saying flanken style short rib이라고도 부른대요. Oh, flanken. Almost sounds like Frankenstein, but it's like flanken style short rib. Oh, interesting. Also, I guess when you go outside of Korea, when you look at LA Galbi, you would see this name instead.
It's interesting because in Korea, I know loads of different types of meat. 이게 다른 고기 부위가 있잖아요.
네.
뭐 등살, 목살까지 다 있는데
네.
근데 영어로는 다 몰라요.
그냥
steak.
steak.
T-bone. I don't know the different parts.
Right,
But
ribeye.
it's really great in Korea. They give you maps.
Oh,
이 고기 지도까지 다 있잖아요.
Oh, yeah.
신기해요.
뭔가 이상하긴 한데요.
It's great.
It's informative.
All right, everyone. The time is now 4:53 in the afternoon. We're going to wrap things up here for the first half. Don't go anywhere because in the second half, we've got Chris here for News Lounge, as well as quizzes and prizes coming your way.
Yeah, we're going to listen to a song to wrap up the first hour. This is Malibu by Miley Cyrus. See you at 5.
I never came to the beach or stood by the ocean. I never sat by the shore under the sun with my feet in the sand. But you brought me here, and I'm happy that you did. 'Cause now I'm as free as birds catching the wind. I always thought I would sing, so I never swam. I never went boating, don't get how they are floating. And sometimes I get so scared of what I can't understand. But here I am, next to you. The sky is more blue in Malibu. Next to you in Malibu. Next to you. We watch the sun go down as we're walking. I'd spend the rest of my life just standing here talking. You explain the current as I just smile, hoping that you'll stay the same and nothing will change, and it'll be us just for a while. Do they even exist? That's when I make a wish, just swim away with the fish. 'Cause it's supposed to be this high all summer long. I never would have believed you if 3 years ago you told me I'd be here writing this song. But here I am, next to you. The sky is so blue in Malibu.
부산을 한 장의 사진에 담는다면 어디로 가야 할까요? 꼬꼬마 시절 이때만큼은 세상을 내려다보며 꿈을 키웠고 용돈을 모아 산 사진기는 아직도 서랍 속에 있습니다. 시간이 흘러 키는 자라고 사진은 어디서든 찍을 수 있는 세상이 되었지만 부산의 진짜 모습을 보기 위해서는 같이 가볼 곳이 있습니다. 광복동에서 부산을 내려다보며 우리와 함께 해온 그곳. 새롭게 불을 밝힌 다이아몬드 타워와 함께 용두산 공원이 우리를 다시 찾아왔습니다. 북한과 남항, 멀리 남구와 해운대까지 부산을 한눈에 담을 수 있는 그곳. 알록달록 꽃시계와 함께 다시 시민의 품으로 돌아온 용두산 공원은 부산의 또 하나의 명소입니다. 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
저희 중소기업은 광고비가 제일 부담되죠.
코바코에서 TV, 라디오 광고비 지원받으세요.
혁신형 중소기업 방송광고 지원 제도로 광고비 70% 할인이나 250% 보너스 광고 지원.
코바코로 문의하세요. 051-751-0400.
Hi, I'm Roberto Fernandez from Mallorca, Spain. I have been living here in Busan for more than 5 years with my Korean wife and twin boys. Back in 2020, I was invited to a game by a friend of mine. Since in Spain, football is the most beloved sport, baseball really drew my attention. In Sajic Baseball Stadium, everyone was singing the chants loudly, and that space was filled with the vibes of Busan. Everyone could truly become one body and one mind, sharing all the feelings of joy and sorrow. When I first visited here in Busan, I didn't have a family. But now, I have the whole Giants family as well as my own family. Once Busan Galmegi, you are forever Busan Galmegi. Global City Busan, we're in it together. This campaign was brought to you by BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
Have you ever wondered what goes on inside BFM studios? Well, wonder no more. You can now listen to as well as watch all of BFM shows. We're bringing BFM even closer to you. Starting May 1st, you can watch all of our shows live on YouTube. Search for 부산영어방송 to catch live streams of your favorite BFM programs. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. You do not want to miss out.
친환경에 필요한 거? 내 몸. 한정거장 거리 정도는 걷기. 엘리베이터 대신 계단. 플러그 뽑으면서 스쿼트까지. 몸 좀 움직였을 뿐인데 건강 아끼고 환경 아끼는 친환경 피지컬.
심으뜸과 함께 시작해볼까요?
공익광고 협의회.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
새로 배운 영어 표현은 앙 물어보고
모르는 영어 표현은 잉 물어보셔라. 교통부터 비즈니스 영어까지.
Bite into new English expressions.
When somebody says, "How are you?" what do you usually say? You could say, "I'm fine, and you?" But you could also say, "I'm great," or "I'm doing fantastic."
There are so many ways you can respond to these type of questions, and if you're curious and you want to know how, all you have to do is to ask us.
That's right, because in this segment, we'll dig into one sentence per day. So don't hesitate or be afraid to ask any English expression. 네, 궁금한 표현이 있다면 물어봐 주세요.
Today's Bite English expression is It's out of this world. 완전 좋아. 정말 맛있어.
It's out of this world. 이 세상 밖에 있다. It's outside. 우주에 있어요. Right? It's out of this world, bro.
딱 햄버거를 딱 한 입 먹었는데요.
Yeah.
This is out of this world. It's amazing.
Before that, your eyes were like half shut. You took a bite, and now you're like, 막
It's fully open.
그렇게 맛있어요.
눈이 없다가 있어진 거죠. 생긴 거예요.
So yeah, it's out of this world. 이 완전 좋아. 정말 맛있어. You can use it with food.
Yeah.
You can use it with what else?
You can use it with baseball too. I've heard it a few times. When you get a home run.
실력이 좋을 때, 어떤 선수의 실력이 너무 좋을 때, his talent is out of this. His batting skill is out of this world.
네. 그리고 공이 진짜 밖으로 나갔잖아요. 스테디움 밖으로 나가면은 It's out of this world 이런 말도 들어봤었어요.
정말 그렇게 말해요? like 홈런 할 때?
코멘테이터가.
Yeah. Like the ball has just shot off into space.
Basically, that's what he meant.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Out of this world. That's a really good expression. Now, so you can use it for food, for people's skills, home runs as well. When you usually say in the world, we use a lot of world when we're emphasizing things. 어떤 말을 강조하고 싶을 때 이 world 아니면 earth이라는 단어를 많이 쓰는 것 같아요.
그죠.
Like 도대체. What on earth?
네.
Like, 도대체 무슨 말이야? Like, what on earth are you talking about? Yeah, and then out of this world. We use it to emphasize a lot of things.
맞습니다. 그러면 이 world랑 발음상 word랑 조금 헷갈릴 수도 있는데요. 왜냐하면은 글을 쓸 때 보면은 W-O-R-D word 그리고 W-O-R-L-D world 좀 다르잖아요.
Word, world. 그죠? 약간 혀를 굴려가지고 좀 world.
네, RL 있어서 좀 어려울 수도 있을 것 같아요. World, word.
Oh, it's a bit more different in America.
조금
North American English.
좀 심하게 달라요.
Word, world.
네.
Yeah.
Word. Can I have a word with you? This is out of the world.
It's really
out of this
it's
world.
really hard to make an expression, right?
Yeah, it's out of this world.
Exactly.
World.
In the US and maybe Canada too, I used to hear back in the 90s, 90년대 때 like 사람들이 word. Like,
word, bro.
동의할 때,
word.
공감해줄 때, word, bro.
Yeah, word, bro.
They don't say that anymore, right?
I think my friends still use it. 저희 때는 라떼는 말이야. We still use the word. Word.
Kind of like rad.
Rad는 조금 선배님들 많이 쓰는 것 같아요.
Okay, so anyway, back to world, out of this world. Are there any other similar expressions? 조금 비슷하지만 다른 표현이 있을까요?
Any expressions like amazing or 이런 것도 대체할 수 있죠.
You can make up your own. Be creative. But people often say the bomb.
Oh, it's the bomb.
It's the bomb. This burger's the bomb.
맞아요. 많이
엄청 맛있어.
네, 폭탄이 아니고요.
Yeah.
너무 맛있어서 입에 안에 이제
폭탄이 터진 것처럼. 그죠.
네, 그런 느낌이죠.
It's the bomb. A movie is the bomb. That movie was the bomb.
맞아요.
진짜 재밌었어요. It's insanely good. 정말 재밌었다.
It's insane.
It's insane in the membrane. That's a song, by the way.
Insane in the membrane?
Yeah, insane in the membrane. What? Insane in the membrane. It's a drum and bass song.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's not an Indian song like that. I thought you were doing some kind of traditional song.
No, I'm not. I wasn't at all.
Anyway, how would you react if somebody... So we're both, me and David, we're 같이 식당에 갔는데 이제 맛있는 햄버거를 먹고 있는데 wow, this is out of this world.
It's insane, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, word. True that.
Rad.
Yeah, touche.
Just keep one-upping each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't really react. It's because you're just like 감탄사잖아요. You're just
그렇죠.
expressing your feelings. So maybe the other person will also express their feelings. Right?
공감을 하면은 같은 expression을 하고요. 비슷한 expression을 하고요. 만약에 공감이 안 되면 really?
It's out of this world.
Really?
I think it is.
Oh. I don't like it.
To each his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
제리님 saying 저 세상 맛이라고도 하죠. 한국말에서는 이제 저 세상 맛이라고도
like
하나 봐요.
That world's flavor?
네.
Or like 저승 세상.
아니요, 이게 여기서 맛볼 수 없는 맛이라는 뜻이죠. 그래서 다른 세상에서 가져온 맛.
So that's kind of similar.
Yeah, it's out of this world.
미국 셀리님 saying 햄버거 먹고 싶어지는 방송이네. 계속 햄버거. I guess we talk about hamburgers almost every day here, so it's kind of in my brain.
Let's talk about pizzas now.
Something healthy.
Yeah. All right, salad.
Hamburgers are fine.
Caesar salad.
And today's Bite English expression is out of this world. 완전 좋아, 정말 맛있어 라는 뜻이었습니다. Now, speaking of which, we can go on to the prizes. And if you do win some of them, you might find that their flavors are in fact out of this world.
Hopefully you get to use them.
I've never won one myself, but I talk about them and they seem delicious. What have we got?
We've got 반반 치킨 콜라 세트, 햄버거 쿠폰, 아이스크림 교환권, 떠먹는 조각 케이크 교환권, 도넛 교환권. 그리고요, 영어로 치킨 콜라 콤보 쿠폰, 햄버거 쿠폰, 도넛 쿠폰, and slice of cake and ice cream coupons.
네, 맞습니다. 놀라운 착시의 세계를 즐길 수 있는 착시미술관 Museum of Illusion 관람 티켓도 있고요. Tickets for the Museum of Illusion in Busan Cinema Center, Biff Hill in Haeundae, where you can explore some great illusions and take a few pictures too.
네, 부산 대표 랜드마크 해운대 LCT에 위치한 하늘 위의 바다 부산 엑스스카이 전망대 입장권 1인당 2매씩 선물로 드립니다. We've got admission tickets for Busan 엑스스카이 Top Floor Observatory, which is located at LCT in Haeundae, the highest point in Busan.
That's correct. And we also have concert tickets for Big Roof Music Festival, which will definitely be out of this world, on September the 9th for our lovely listeners. 네, 9월 9일 영화의 전당에서 열리는 뮤직 페스티벌 티켓이 준비되어 있습니다. 폴킴, 카더가든, 스탠딩 에그, 너드 커넥션 등 국내외 총 16개 팀에 멈추지 않는 공연이 이어집니다.
Right.
Yeah. What does this concert offer?
Well, it offers you various experience of music and enjoyable side events. 공연 티켓을 원하시는 분은 뮤직 페스티벌이라고 쓰시고 누구와 공연을 즐기고 싶은지 저에게 카톡이나 문자로 사연을 보내주시면 됩니다. 카톡은 샵 9050 pound 9050 100원의 이용료가 있고요. 카카오톡으로 저희 부산 영어 방송 친구 추가하시고 소통도 가능하고요. BFM app message or YouTube live stream chat with us as well.
That is correct, Amundo. All right, we're going to take a song break and then we'll be back with your chance to win some of these out of these world prizes. This is 완벽한 날 by 버블진트.
아침마다 눈을 뜨자마자 버릇처럼 내뱉는 나의 혼잣말 Thank you for another beautiful day 미리 감사드리고 나서 우리고 왜 최고 산책 코스는 봉산으로 go 한강을 내려다 바라보고 집으로 돌아오는 길 횡단보도 앞 카페에서 에스프레소로 카페인 보충한 후 피가 도는 속도가 빨라질 때쯤 영감의 레이더 켜누 람스 누 멜로디 아니면 하다 못해 제목이라도 건지면 lucky me 속으로 외치면서 내 발걸음이 가벼워지겠지 What a way to start the day Sweet 완벽한 날 the start of a perfect day ay, 새로 산 신발 새로 산 옷 꺼내 걸친 채 Let's get it on again 좋은 느낌 It's gonna be a perfect day Let's get it on again 좋은 느낌 It's gonna be a perfect day Hey 완벽한 날 the start of a perfect day Hey 완벽한 날 the start of a perfect day Yeah 샤워를 마시고 난 후 거울앞 남의 몸 보듯이 내 몸을 훑어봐 눈을 반쯤 감고 말해 내 맘코 하얗고 해맑고 순진하던 때는 지나갔지 아이스크림 값이 차값이 달라지고 헤어짐과 만남이 빨라지고 크게 보였던 방이 작아지고 Never got my mind on my money Money on my mind 넌 얼마나 버니 친구들이 모여 한다는 대화가 이런 식 이게 어른이 되어가는 과정 글쎄 whatever 돈이란 게 더 more the better 아니겠어 아니 말고 기합 넣고 시작해 내 하루 완벽한 날 the start of a perfect day ay, 새로 산 신발 새로 산 옷 꺼내 걸친 채 Let's get it on again 좋은 느낌 It's gonna be a perfect day Let's get it on again 좋은 느낌 It's gonna be a perfect day 완벽한 날 the start of a perfect day Hey 완벽한 날 the start of a perfect day Yeah 엘리베이터 함께 탄 여자 Perfect 미소로 인사를 보내네 Perfect 처음 걸려온 전화 Perfect 계좌번호 달래 돈 보낸대 Perfect 어제와는 달라 I'm feeling perfect 멀리 봐도 지키는 철칙 빨간 아이템 최소한 하나 옷이 안 되면 빨간 양말 신발을 벗고 페달을 밟아 부드럽게 차가 좀 막힌다고 해도 난 절대 짜증 안 나 왜냐면 나의 곁에 바로 이럴 때를 대비해서 어제 사나운 양고기 샌드위치 이 맛을 모르면 You ain't speaking my language 고수 커밍 코코넛 좋아하는 사람 손 들어왔어 완벽한 날 it's the start of a perfect day 완벽한 날 it's the start of a perfect day 완벽한 날 완벽한 날 완벽한 날 완벽한 날 완벽한 날 완벽한 날 완벽한 날
It's time for Flash Pop Quiz. What's your favorite color? Now, each of us have different colors we like, and today's quiz will be about the colors we like. 여러분이 좋아하는 색깔은 무엇인지 궁금한데요. 오늘은 색깔에 대한 음악 퀴즈를 같이 풀어보려고 합니다.
That's correct. We're going to give you a chance to listen to two song clips that were sung by one K-pop group. Now, this group's name contains two colors in their name. 이 K-pop 그룹은 두 가지 색의 명칭으로 이루어져 있는데요. 그 두 가지 색이 무엇인지 저희에게 보내주시면 됩니다. Please send us the two colors that is in this K-pop group's name. Let's listen to the clips. 좀 싸우고 싶어.
Let's kill this love.
It gives me an adrenaline rush. This
It
song.
is.
I
It's
kind
a
of yeah.
perfect type of song to listen to on a Monday day.
If I could dance, a Monday day, not a Monday night. I would want to go into the streets and start dancing, like just in the middle of the street, like karate style.
I can imagine you doing it.
Let's kill this love. But that was not the only clip we have. We have another one, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Blackpink in your area. 보란 듯이 무너졌어 바닥을 뚫고 저 치아까지
엊그처럼 잡겠다고 저 높이 두 손을 뻗어봐도
다시 캄캄한 이곳을 light up the sky 네 두 눈을 보며 I kiss you bye 실컷 비웃어라 꼴종이가 이젠 너희 하나 둘셋 How you like that?
Oh, I really like their songs. They just I want to work out. 운동하고 싶어요.
네, 운동 오늘 하셨나요?
했는데.
아, 그럼 또 하면 되죠.
다음은 이 밴드를 들으면서 좀 해볼게요. I think it will be a really good pump.
It is. It does give you that adrenaline rush. It started off saying this color in your area. 여러분은 혹시 무슨 컬러, 두 컬러 아실까요?
Yeah. Actually, visually, they're very nice paired colors, I think. They give it a kind of like cyberpunk retro future kind of vibe.
They do.
I like it.
We have the colors up on our YouTube live right now. One of them at least. Well,
and your T-shirt.
Yes.
There you go.
All
right.
Two big hints.
Send all of your answers to pound 9050. Sharp 9050, which will cost you 101 or a Kakao Talk message. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be back with the answers and the winners. This is Colorful by Shangyi.
무지 TV 무지개를 덮어 울진 바다 위 색을 입혀 네가 담은 풍경은 무엇보다 따스해 지금 널 느끼고 나는 마주해
Maniac, Colorful 들으셨습니다. Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Nick and David at the 4 p.m. duo. It's 5:19 in the afternoon, and we're in the middle of our flash pop quiz.
That's right. It was all about music and colors as well. We gave you a snippet of this song, sung by this band that has two colors in their names. And so, what is the two colors? So what are the two colors we meant?
One of them is David's t-shirt color, not violet, but the
this
color.
one. Yeah, the main color.
It's black.
It's black. And what's the other one?
Next one, I'm not wearing anything of that. But if you're looking on YouTube Live, there is a 선물 포장지가 있잖아요. 박스가 있는데요. 그거 분홍색이죠?
네, 맞습니다. 핑크였습니다.
Yeah, Blackpink was the answer. Woohoo! Yeah.
We find that a lot of the people who texted in the answers are fans of Blackpink's music as well.
I don't know if there aren't many Blackpink fans out there, considering how popular they've grown around the world.
그죠?
They're huge, probably as close to BTS in terms of popularity, for sure. Loads of messages coming in. Let's take a look at some.
We had 2024번님 texting in for the first time. Welcome to the show, saying Blackpink, OMG, too easy quiz. Thank you, 4PM duo. 편안하고 재밌어요.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for saying that. It means a lot to us.
For sure. We also have 황영조님 saying Blackpink. Good job as well, my friend. 미옥스텔라이님 saying Blackpink. 저는 purple and blue 좋아해요. Purple and blue. That's nice. It's like a psychedelic color.
It is. We have a lot of purple and blue here.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
In our studio.
Yeah.
We had 백고르님 saying black and pink, Blackpink, right? Kill This Love is one of my favorite songs. That's the hint song we played.
Yeah.
And they knew the title of it.
Yeah.
Shows you that they are a true fan of Blackpink.
Yeah. Is there excuse my ignorance, but BTS have an army. What do Blackpink have? Is it
They might have a different fan.
Producer
name
knows. She's
for
writing it down. We're gonna see what our producer says. The blink. Oh, that's cool. Like bling bling.
Oh, nice.
That's
like
cool.
Blinking?
No, like bling, like bling bling
All right.
plus pinker winking.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think that's blinker.
Oh, okay.
But it calls me 깜빡이는.
Yeah, like I guess wink.
That's winking. And we'll stop. But it's cool. It's very cool.
Our guesses will stop. Yeah.
We have 여름님 as well. First time messaging in. 반갑습니다. Saying black과 pink 정답 맞죠? 네네 알아요. 이 시간에 듣기 좋은 프로그램이라서 자주 들어요. Thank you. And thank you for sending a message for the first time as well. I hope you send more messages.
그죠. 매일매일 같이 들어주시고 같이 문자 또 보내주고 소통도 하면 좋을 것 같아요. 여름님.
잔님 as well. Also saying 정답은 Blackpink. 네, Blackpink 너무 좋아하는 걸그룹 중 하나예요. 그런 의미에서 블링의 마지막처럼 오랜만에 듣고 싶어요. Well, 잔님, your thoughts and your desires are very similar to our producers. It seems, because that's our next song.
It is indeed. We'll play you that song in just a bit. Chris Norlund also tuning in, saying, "Hi everyone. What are you doing? Are you almost here?
You better be outside and send the answer to the quiz as well.
Because you're coming in very soon, sir."
All right. Now we've got a winner. We're going to give a hamburger set to
2024번님 축하드립니다.
Congratulations. Thank you everyone for participating. You're all legends. You're all winners in our eyes. But don't worry if you didn't win, because we have gifts and prizes and quizzes every single day.
We sure do. So we're gonna listen to that song, that Blackpink song requested by 잔님. 마지막처럼. We'll be right back.
넌 뭔데 자꾸 생각나 자존심 상해 애 같아 얼굴이 뜨겁고 가슴은 계속 뛰어 내 몸이 맘대로 안 돼 어지러워 넌 한숨의 모래 같아 잡힐 듯 잡히지 않아 넌 쉽지 않은 걸 그래서 더 끌려 내 맘이 맘대로 안 돼 지금 너를 원하는 내 숨결이 느껴져 것처럼 love 마지막처럼 마지막처럼 내일 따윈 없는 것처럼 love I'ma find love baby You can finna catch me Give you all of this baby Call me pretty and nasty Cause we gonna get it my love you can bet it I'm like we gon' double the stack on them I'll be the bunny and you be my Clyde Rewrite or die X's and O's
시간은 흘러가는데 마음만 급해지지 내 세상은 너 하나만 missing you So tonight won't you set me free Baby 날 터질 것처럼 안아줘 그만 생각해 뭐가 그리 어려워 거짓말처럼 키스해줘 내가 너에게 마지막 사랑인 것처럼
마지막처럼 마지막 밤인 것처럼 love 마지막처럼 마지막처럼 내일 따윈 없는 것처럼 love
1, 2, 3 새로운 시작이야 절대 뒤돌아보진 않을 거니까 날 너에게 던지면 너는 날 꼭 잡아줘 세상은 우리 걷지 못할 테니까 Like pink in your area Like pink in your Baby 날 터질 것처럼 만나줘 그만 생각해 뭐가 그리 어려워 거짓말처럼 키스해줘 내가 너에게 마지막 사랑인 것처럼
마지막처럼 마지막 밤인 것처럼 love 마지막처럼 마지막처럼 내일 따윈 없는 것처럼 love
News Lounge.
All right, we have none other than Chris in the studio for News Lounge. How are you doing?
Doing okay. That was the first quiz that I actually knew.
The Blackpink?
Yeah. But
Why didn't you send the answer?
I don't know. I was thinking it's too easy because all the other ones I could never get. You know, it's like how many R's are in a song.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you do listen to the quizzes then?
I do.
That's good.
That's what cool kids do. Yes.
Try your luck and you could win a prize next time.
But it's great to see a lot of new listeners sending messages, which is wonderful.
Yeah,
and I think they're going to like the stories that we have about today. In fact, it's funny because we're always talking about burgers when I come in.
Oh,
and yeah, we got
coincidentally, yes, we've been
another
talking
burger
about
story.
burgers.
And this actually coincides with the U.S. and the U.K. and maybe other countries around the world. So the basic gist of it, and I pose this question to listeners: when you see an advertisement, is that what you expect? Right? That's the central question because essentially what's going on is there's a class action lawsuit, which is a group of people saying, hey, I don't like you, and suing Burger King for saying basically false advertising.
Yeah. I mean, I've come to the point where if I go to 맥땡, 이 패스트푸드 식당에 가면 이 광고에 나오는 사진이랑 제가 실제로 먹는 것이 좀 차이가 있을 것 같다고 예상하죠. You know, I don't expect it to be the same.
Right, I've seen the making of hamburger ads on TV. I've seen, those documentaries of how they make these ads. They use fake ingredients, fake props that are colored with water painting to make them look glossy and pop.
A lot of it's not real.
And and they add sound effects so that it's more appealing for the viewers. It's to buy the viewers so that they could go eat, but they don't actually look like that.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact that when I buy these burgers, they're not going to look like the picture on the posters. I just, it's a $6 burger that I'm expecting to eat.
기대가 너무 크면 실망할 수밖에 없는 것 같아요. Right? Don't have too high expectations, but still, this is come to a point where it's so different that people are now filing lawsuits.
Because the basic case is the picture is 35% larger than what you actually get, right? I mean, could you advertise a burger 50%? Are we going to have to put like percentages on what you can do?
Yeah.
And it's actually really interesting because I think the UK might be stricter than the US And I don't know if you've heard about these things. I was looking it up, and I guess they call it the Advertising Standards Authority. So they banned ads from KFC in 2005, and they banned ads from Burger King in 2010 for basically this kind of stuff. So
interesting.
This is going to be a trend. So it's not just Burger King. It's going to be other restaurants will be involved.
I remember when I was younger, you know, 그 맥땡 패스트푸드점 있잖아요. 그 묵 아이스크림 있잖아요. And people complained because in the adverts, the ice cream was filled to the top. 끝까지 But then people were like, why am I getting like 반밖에 없어요? So they changed it. So now they actually fulfilled the requirement. So now they fill it to the top. If you ask them, they'll fill it to the top for you.
You gotta ask them.
Otherwise, they give you normal. If you say this isn't the same as the advertising, 광고랑 좀 다르네요. 그렇게 말하면 요구하면 they give you more.
I see. I see. So you gotta know these little tricks so that you get what you need or what you want.
Yeah. So of course, I don't know how you tell if an advertisement burger is 35% larger. Is there like something to compare it to, like in the?
Is it because on the poster it says its actual size or?
So basically, what you can do, just look at the picture, and is the burger part hanging out over the bun? And you're like, oh, you see, like you're like, oh, because because they can, theoretically, when they decorate it, they can put it out that way. But if you just look at it and think logically, you're like, hey, why isn't my burger hanging out? It's the same way with the ice cream example that you gave. Hey, why isn't my ice cream filling up, to the cup at the top of the cup?
Yeah.
So it's. Yeah.
I think they do make extra care in Korea to make the burgers look better because in Korea, when you go for a burger, they have the molds, like the cardboard circle around the burger. 틀이 있잖아.
Oh, okay.
안 떨어지게, 무너지지 않게. But in England, it's just kind of just like flops down. It just looks like a squash baseball.
I see.
So I think they take more care to make it look better and fulfill the advertisement prettiness of the burger. But this law case is, of course, happening in another country, not in Korea, of
Specifically for this particular company, huh?
Yeah.
So the fun part about the legal case then, the reason why it's still going on, right? They haven't dismissed it or settled it, is that it's going to go to a judge and a jury, and the jury will ultimately have to decide, does a reasonable person think that the advertisement is what you get? And so this will set a major precedent because essentially then if the companies win, then that means companies can just advertise you anything because, you the consumer
그럼 설문
don't
조사를 할
expect what
거라는
we see.
말인가요?
And that's kind of a problem.
Are they going to do a survey or like a vote?
Well, that's what a jury is.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, so it's going to be in the courtroom. Not,
That's why it's going to trial. Chances are because essentially the judge is like, this has to be done by a jury.
Okay.
And so we have to decide as a people, should we trust advertising? Like if we collectively decide all advertising is crap or BS, fake.
Yeah.
That really sets a huge precedent.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
you imagine this, right?
It's an interesting time we're living in. For sure, but it might seem trivial, like, oh, come on, who cares about a burger size? But really, it sets the bar, the precedence, like you said, for all other types of advertising. Will other companies take it too far? Will they make it look fake?
Think about hotel rooms. So, for example, and this is a recommendation I have for everyone, and I think people kind of know this, always check social media what an actual room looks like before the advertisement of the and that's for apartments, houses, anything like
real
this, right?
estate for sure.
Yeah.
You always got to go check it out yourself. You can't never trust the pictures because sometimes it's photoshopped. Sometimes it's taken a wide angle to make the room a lot bigger than it seemed.
Right. For real. Especially before and after ones. Sometimes they make the before one blurry and darker.
Gyms are the same way as well, right? The before and after picture, right? Can you trust what gyms tell you?
Exactly. So I'm interested to see later on what the result is, whether they are for the people or for the company. Either way, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. It'll be. I'll love to know the updates on this. Please update with us when we get the chance.
And I either look forward to more modest advertisements or bigger burgers. One of the two, right?
For the consumers, yes.
Yeah. All right. So that was our first story. Now we've got another one, but this is about a certain festival.
Well, this is actually related because remember we were talking about advertising before, right? And we're talking about the Burning Man Festival. But it turned out not to be as advertised. And basically, if you don't know what this thing is, the best way to describe it is a lot of people head out to it's near Vegas, so it's in Nevada, the western part of the United States. It's the middle of the desert, and people basically party and have lots of intimate relationships for a week. When I described to my wife, she's like, "Oh, it's a bunch of hippies." And it's like, yes, I guess you could describe it that way.
Yeah, 버닝맨은 이게 미국에 있는 축제인데요. 되게 약간 뭐라 그래야지? 약간 좀 자유 페스티벌이라고 볼 수 있죠. 음악도 있고 they set fire to an effigy.
Yeah, because the basic idea is like the art is going to be temporary.
Oh,
right. So that's why you would burn it.
Okay, interesting. A lot of people do it. I've never been, but I see it on TV and on the internet all the time. People go and they have these, spiritual experiences and they have fun. But this year there was a lot of rain.
Yep.
Yeah. So what did that cause in the end?
So there's mud everywhere. People can't go in or out, and it's kind of like the jamboree situation in Korea. That's the kind of the thing that I thought about right away. And it's an interesting problem because you don't have power, you don't have running toilets, people can't leave this kind of situation because they're all basically buried in mud. And you can't even get food to them that easily because you have to fly it in and it's horribly expensive. And moreover, I don't think they actually know how many people are there. I saw some places said maybe 60,000, other places said 70,000, and then the high estimate is 80,000. So I actually think no one knows, and it got even worse. Just before coming in the studio, I just saw one person has died already.
Oh no!
So it's gotten worse, and I think they're trying to keep it like quiet.
Yeah.
Because if news gets out, because you're trapped and you don't want to panic people. So the crazy thing about it, though, which is because we're in the USA here, we're talking about this, is a lot of people do substances. I don't know if you can say these things on the radio,
right.
but
we get the idea. We get the idea.
Yeah. So some people are just partying it up, but I do think it's actually a serious issue if it continues, and that's why it's kind of a big news story. And the question I pose is, what would you do? Would you stick it out? You went to this festival, you made plans, or did you try to walk? You got to walk about 5 miles through the mud. So I'm not sure how much it is in kilometers.
Right. 5 miles, like 7 or 8 kilometers.
So you got to walk 7 or 8 kilometers and hope you can hitchhike. Stick your thumb out and hitchhike a ride to the nearest city, which is a couple hours away.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to music festivals where it's rain. I'm from England, rain all the time, especially music festivals, and you get covered in mud. You have to sleep in just a tank of water basically on the floor. But it was never dangerous, and I always had a good time.
Okay.
This seems like it's the next level, right? It's people are, like you said, someone unfortunately passed away. There are lack of resources, including food. I would try to find my way out if possible. But
so you would go.
With so many people, it's going to be tough. For real.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen on news outlets as well saying the authorities are telling people to be, because they can't get the resources to them, try to survive with as little, eat sparingly is what they were saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Use resources sparingly until help can arrive. So it sounds like a pretty dire situation for a lot of the people stuck there.
Well, the festival is really interesting because this is actually a test for their community, right? So it's based on 10 principles. This was founded in 2004. The principles are radical inclusion, meaning that we're going to include everybody, right? We're all going to be friends. Gifting. So this is very anti-capitalist kind of thing, right? I'm just going to give you stuff. Decommodification, which means basically we're not going to treat people or things as traded goods, bought or sold. Radical self-reliance, which is the big sort of thing that everyone keeps telling each other, hey, we did this because we're going to rely on ourselves, right? That kind of stuff. Radical self-expression, communal effort, civic responsibility, leaving no trace, which is the point of the art, right? Just temporary. Participation and immediacy. So it's actually a real big test.
So, I guess your wife was right. Kind of a hippie kind of style, free love, giving, receiving. Is there a 입장료 있나요? Is there a entrance fee to this Burning Man festival?
I don't believe so, unless I missed something.
So it's a free festival.
Well, everyone brings their own things.
Yeah.
Is the deal, right?
Okay.
Also, with what you said with the 10 little
Principles,
rules and principles and stuff, they might not actually welcome the help that they get from the authorities.
Right, that's why I said it really tests their...
Okay.
Yeah, because the self-reliance thing. And this is actually a true story. When I worked in Hollywood and lived in LA, one of the first places I looked to live was like a group home, basically. And the person who ran the home, and I say group home sounds like a bad place. It's more just a house with a lot of people living in it. But they're like, hey, we go to Burning Man every year. Is that a problem? And it was funny because me had been living in Korea for such a long time, I had no idea what the heck they were talking about.
Yeah.
I was like, so for some people, you say that has a very strong connotation, meaning like, oh, I won't talk to Bernie, or people are like, oh yeah, you're my kind of people. So
yeah,
I had that didn't mean anything to me. But now that I had moved to LA, then yes, it has a very strong connotation.
Well, I hope it doesn't descend as badly like the Fire Festival, which was another big American festival that kind of went down as one of the worst festivals that happened. It was, a disaster. I do hope people get home safely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and for the next year, just in case it does rain and there are these emergencies, they have better precautions in place. Even though, it's free-loving, care for yourself. Come on, we need some kind of infrastructure at the end of the day.
Exactly. I mean, it's these natural, I don't want to say disasters, but weather phenomena we just can't predict. So we better be prepared for anything.
Chris, thank you for bringing us these two huge things going on around the world right now. It's interesting because, we give a lot of burgers away as well. I hope anyone who wins a burger from the 4 p.m. duo, you enjoy it and it looks meaty and juicy.
I mean, we have Muexella Yinim also saying 오늘 크리스와 나누는 이야기도 햄버거라니. 그렇죠. 저희는 오늘 하루 종일 햄버거만 얘기했던 것 같아요. We talked about hamburgers a lot today.
I think I'm getting conditioned to love hamburgers right now. Chris, thank you very much, and we look forward to next week.
All right, see you guys.
See ya. We're going to take a song break. This is Shape of You by Ed Sheeran.
The club isn't the best place to find the lovers, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, tripping fast, and then we talk slow. And you come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop it, and the man on the jukebox, and then we start to dance. And now I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. And last night you were in my room. And now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Well, I'm in love with your body. 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 Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you. When we came, we let the story begin. We're going out on our first date. You and me are thrifty, so go all you can eat. Fill up your bag and I fill up the plate. We talk for hours and hours about the sweet and the sour and how your family's doing okay. And leaving, getting a taxi, kissing the backseat, tell the driver make the radio play. And I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. And last night you were in my room. And now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Well, I'm in love with your body. 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 Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you. Come on, be my baby, come on. 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 I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. Last night you were in my room. Now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with your body. Come on, be my baby. Come on, come on, be I'm in love with your body. Come on, be my baby. Come on, come on, be I'm in love with your body. Come on, be my baby. Come on, be I'm in love with your body. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you.
아직 한 발 남았다.
The last English dose.
It ain't over till it's over. Now, before wrapping up the show, we would like to let you know one more useful English expression.
There are lots of situations in the world, and we'll pick the most interesting situations and take the time to share one expression through short conversations of that particular situation.
What kind of situation should we move on to today?
자기야, my darling. 책 추천해준 거 고마워. 자기야, 나 알지? 책 좋아하는 문학남인 거. 그래서 그 책을 내려놓을 수가 없더라고요. 아, 나란 남자. 활자를 즐기는 이 스마트한 남자. 나에게 취한다.
자기야, 대낮부터 한잔한 거요? 정신 차려. 그치 너무 재밌지? 난 그 책이 너무 재밌어서 책을 들자마자 밤을 새워서 다 읽었다니까. 이 뭐랄까, 정말 나를 다시 찾게 해주는 책이랄까?
자기야, 근데 그 책을 어떻게 발견한 거야? 나 알지, 문학남인 거. 그런데 내가 모르는 작가가 없는데 그 이름은 처음 들어봤거든. 차이콥스키, 마티나, 푸파라보르스카테스.
자기야, 그 작가 나도 처음 들어봤어. 그냥 서점 가서 책을 딱 골랐는데 우연히 발견한 거 있지. 차이코프스키, 마티라라, 브라코메르스코. 앞으로 이 작가 책만 읽어야지. 차이코프스키, 마티라라, 브라코티마크스코.
뭔가 좀 병 이름 같은데요.
아니야, 차이코프스키, 마크스.
자기 읽어줘.
같이 읽자.
오케이.
네. 무엇을 우연히 발견하다라는 표현, 뭔가 복잡해서 과연 영어로 표현할 수 있을지 궁금하신가요? 오늘은 우연히 발견하다. 이 의미를 영어로 어떻게 말하는지 알아봅니다.
영어로는 이 상황이 어떻게 표현될지 한번 들어보시죠.
Thanks for the book recommendation. I could not put it down.
Isn't it great? I stayed up all night reading it.
How did you find that book? I've never heard of the author before.
I just came across it while I was at the bookstore.
Let's listen to it one more time. Thanks for the book recommendation. I could not put it down.
Isn't it great? I stayed up all night reading it.
How did you find that book? I've never heard of the author before.
I just came across it while I was at the bookstore.
Thank you, Daniel and Stephanie, for lending us your voices for today's last English dose. Come across, 우연히 발견하다라는 뜻입니다. Let's go over the sentences one by one and dissect what all of this means. They said, thanks for the book recommendation. Thanks for the book recommendation. 책 추천 고마워. I could not put it down. I could not put it down. 내려놓을 수가 없더라. 그렇게 재미있어요. You know, I could not put it down. Usually when you talk about books, I couldn't put it down이라고 많이 하죠. I could not put it down. It was really interesting. Have you ever had a book? I don't know why I'm asking you. You don't realize.
Yeah, a wrong person to ask me. I couldn't put down my gaming console because I was so into it.
You hold your gaming console.
I was holding onto my hand.
Controller.
Yeah, 그러니까.
I remember when I read Harry Potter when I was young.
Oh, that.
I think I read the 7th book, the 마지막 책이 있었잖아요, The Deathly Hallows.
제일 두껍잖아요.
밤새서 다 읽었어요. It was so I couldn't put it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For every single one of Harry Potter's books, I couldn't put it down. I couldn't put it down. I had to read them all.
Yeah, to catch them all. I don't know why that's funny. All right, let's move on to number 2. The next line.
Next line is, isn't it great? I stayed up all night reading it. 네, 마치 그 책이 너무 재밌어가지고 밤새도록 읽었다고 했죠. I stayed up all night reading it. Isn't it great? 정말 재밌죠? I stayed up all night reading it. 뭐 공부할 수도 있죠. I stayed up all night studying it. I stayed up all night watching it. 여기서는 이제 책을 밤새도록 읽었다고 해서 I stayed up all night reading it.
네, 그러자 How did you find that book? 이라고 질문을 던졌습니다. How did you find that book?
In the cave.
Found it in a cave. 예, 우연히 찾았습니다.
네.
그 책 어떻게 발견했어? How did you find that book? I've never heard of the author before. So author is a writer랑 똑같은 말이죠. 유효입니다. 작가란 뜻이에요. 이 작가 이름 처음 들어보는데 I've never heard of the author before. What was the name? Tchaikovsky Puretenpokas?
It's Tchaikovsky Martina Bupaporkates.
오, 이탈리안 악센트로.
맞습니다. 네.
What's the last line?
네, 마지막으로 I just came across it while I was at the bookstore. 서점 갔을 때 그냥 우연히 발견했어. 그냥 이걸 알고 산 게 아니고요. 그냥 I just came across it. I just came across it. 우연히 발견하다라는 뜻으로 사용할 수 있습니다. I came across this book while I was just searching for something else.
Yeah.
다른 책을 검색하다가 다른 책을 찾다가 우연히 발견했다 이렇게 사용할 수도 있고요. I came across while I was at the bookstore.
그 비슷하게도 I just stumbled across이라고도 많이 하죠. I just stumbled across this really interesting treasure at the supermarket.
Right, you could say stumbled across or stumbled upon.
Stumbled upon, yeah, that's good too. And that was today's last English dose, where we were talking about to come across something. 우연히 발견하다라는 뜻이었습니다. The time is now 5:51 in the afternoon. We're getting towards the end of the day. I'm glad some people enjoyed it. Jenny님 saying, 책 제목이 자꾸 바뀌는 것 같은데. I don't know how you read that in one take.
Yeah, Tchaikovsky Martina Bupaporkates.
There you go.
Tongue twister.
Yeah, 미역살리님 saying 문학남 목소리에 취하네요. 감사합니다. 저도 우연히 포즈를 들었는데 이제 완전 팬이 되었죠. 올해 가장 잘한 일.
진짜 최고의 listeners message예요.
I know, that's so nice. You know, it's such an honor to have you as a fan.
I know. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and texting in. Love it.
And as a last show of thanks, we've got a couple of prizes. Music festival tickets. 2 of them. We're going to give them to D.Y. Kim-nim. Congratulations. And she said, I'd like to take my hubby to the music festival to cheer him up. He's been a bit moody and down lately. I hope I can win the ticket and make him happy. And on top of that, he likes Paul Kim as well.
Oh, very nice, because Paul Kim will be indeed at this Big Roof Music Festival.
Congratulations, and thank you for your message as well. And on that note, we should start to wrap things up here. We'll see you tomorrow, though, because it is Tuesday. We're done with Monday. It's gone and over. The week is in full flow. The 4 p.m. duo is produced by Choi Ye-ji and written by Hong Young-hwa. We've been your hosts for today, Nick.
And David at the 4 p.m. duo. Today's last song is 어쩌다 마주친 그대 by Busker Busker. See you later, alligator.
Everybody have a wonderful evening.
어쩌다 마주친 그대 모습에 내 마음을 빼앗겨 버렸네. 어쩌다 마주친 그대 두 눈이 내 마음을 사로잡아 버렸네. 그대에게 할 말이 있는데 왜 이리 용기가 없을까. 말을 하고 싶지만 자신이 없어. 내 가슴만 두근두근. 바보 나는 바보인가 봐. 변하는 바보처럼 아름다운 그녀가 내 마음을 빼앗아버렸네. 어쩌다 마주친 그대도 눈이 내 마음을 사로잡아버렸네. 그대에게 할 말